A fellow PWN member that I had met, I'd had a one-on-one with her about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. In conversation with her, she was telling me her story, and she used the word brass ovary. And she's a very, very vibrant, classy, vibrant lady. And I was like, wait, what? What did you just say? And she said, he told me I must have brought my brass ovaries. I said, oh my gosh, that is the name of my next book. Can I use it? And she's like, yes, of course. So her story is woven throughout the book and stood up front. But through that, over the years of what does that book look like, it sort of morphed a little bit. And then along the way, I met Courtney. And it's part of it is the generational perspective, quite frankly. Mm-hmm. And because we have such synergy and energy together, I approached her and said, here's the title of the book. Will you write it with me? And so that's kind of the birth of it, and then she can tell you her reaction. But that's my why. I wanted the generational perspective, but I wanted to do with somebody who had that same energy and passion to help women. We service anybody and everybody in the business world, but we have a real passion for helping women, and I knew that about her, and I respect her. So I asked her, and she said yes.
It was a perfect time for me. I had just gone through that pivotal point where I realized that, we have to kind of let go of what the Joneses, keeping up with the Joneses, that whole thing, and really be our true selves. During that time, I had been, for a long time, trying to overachieve and have my best foot forward, my best face on at all times. And people would always say, well, how do you do it? How do you keep going? And, during the day, I'd smile real big and just say, oh, I just do it. And then at night, I'd go home and I'd look in the mirror and go, how am I doing it? And so one day I really kind of woke up to that. I, was not even 30 years old, and I had stomach ulcers, kidney stones over and over. I was on medicine for anxiety, for sleep. I mean, you name it, I was doing it, and literally my body was just falling apart. And I realized as part of that organization, PWN, I was sharing my story one day, my testimony, and I was going in to actually share that business presentation and how I have it all together and all the amazing things my company does. And I was really tired that day, exceptionally tired, mentally, physically, all of the above. And I walked in, and instead of standing up in front of everyone, I pulled up a chair. And I said, people don't really care what you know until they know why you care and how much you care. And so I broke down. I shared why I got into business, why I believe what I do, why I am who I am. I cried. They cried. It was, a really powerful moment. And I realized when I left there that, that fear of what are they going to think? Are they going to shun me or reject us? Because a lot of us as women, that is our fear ultimately. It was opposite. They were so inspired to, I think for a lot of them, they were like, oh, me too. That I go through that too, and you are real and you are human. And it was, it was encouraging to them. So I think I had just finished or was in the process of going through that when Shelley approached me about the book. And I thought, this is going to be the opportunity to share this lesson I've been learning and have learned on a much larger scale. And for other women that have gone through similar, pivotal points and journeys, to share theirs as well.
We're taking our message on the road, and we're coming to a city near you.
So get ahead of the game. Grab yours today at BrassOvariesOwnYours.com.